day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, the focus is on the August 2023 inflation numbers and expectations. Last week, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) released the Consumer Price Index (CPI) report for August 2023. The Consumer Price Index (CPI) is used to calculate inflation as it measures the average change over time in the prices of goods and services consumed by people for day-to-day living. Based on the report, headline inflation rose by 25.8% year-on-year in August 2023 from 24.08% year-on-year in July 2023. This is its highest level since the CPI was rebased in 2009. Similarly, on a month-on-month basis, inflation hinged higher to 3.2% versus 2.9% in July 2023, the highest since January 2012. Food and non-alcoholic beverages had the highest contribution, 13.4%, to the headline inflation, followed by housing, water, electricity, gas, and fuel with a 4.3% contribution. The rise in petrol prices from an average of 577 naira per litre to 617 naira per litre in August contributed to the rise in the inflation rate. This can be buttressed by the 27.1% year-on-year increase in the transport sub-CPI. Additionally, the scarcity of FX and depreciation of naira to a high of 950 naira per dollar on the 11th of August 2023 before closing the month at 920 naira per dollar drove higher prices of imported foods and items, contributing significantly to the inflation rate. Food inflation, which is the biggest driver of headline inflation, contributing over 50.7% to the CPI basket, reached 29.3% year-on-year, up from 27% in July 2023. This was largely due to the increases in the prices of bread, cereals, vegetables, tubers, milk, oil, fish, fruits, meat, and eggs. The closure of the Niger Republic border in early August poured further pressure on food inflation. Similarly, core inflation, which excludes both farm produce and energy, which removes the impact of farm produce, rose to 21.2% year-on-year from 20.5% year-on-year in July 2023, traceable to an uptick in the prices of transportation, medical services, and vehicle spare parts. Kogi, Lagos, and Rivers topped among the states with the highest year-on-year inflation rates of 31.5%, 29.2%, and 29.1% respectively. Looking forward, we expect pressures on inflation to persist, especially on the food component of the headline index. While September marks the commencement of the harvest season, the continued closure of the Niger border, insufficient rainfall in July and August, potential flooding warnings across 32 states, including the FCT, and the likely increase in petrol prices will push food inflation higher in the coming months. Relatedly, the continued scarcity of FX, which closes at 955 naira per dollar on Friday, will also impact the prices of imported items in September. Consequently, we project the inflation rate to rise to 26.8% year-on-year in September. It is important to note that accelerating inflation, which leads a persistent decline in the purchasing power, has a negative impact on your savings and investments. Therefore, it is advisable not to keep idle funds in your bank account, but to invest the funds to reduce the impact of inflation on your savings. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another interesting and insightful session. For comments, questions, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.